The Foo Fighter.
Hi everyone, it's me again, the Foo Fighter. I hope you are well. Anyways, the first thing I want to say is thanks to everybody who watched my video last week. Peter's been a big, massive success. Love everyone, the fact that people have talked to me in the gym about it. Everyone's tried it. Big thanks for that. On to this week's one, healthy KFC. KFC is literally one of my favourite junk foods. I'm making a healthy version of this to impress anyone else, that for yourself. It's just amazing, and it's just so easy. So this week I'm going to go in with this. So what do we need? The first thing, of course, is chicken, hence chicken. But at the same time, for me, I've cut these up so they're going to be a bit like chicken nuggets at the end of it. Me personally, I just like the nostalgia of the chicken nuggets. I always loved them when I was younger, and I still now love them still. So as we go along, 3 eggs, dead easy, just eggs on their own. Now as you move along on here, right, it's 3 tablespoons of flour. Now for me, for this, I'm just using white, again, not amazingly healthy, but again, they just taste a little bit better. You can use wholemeal if you're on a cut or on a diet or whatever, and it works just the same. I've used it in the past, it's been brilliant. You're going to need a little bit of sea salt, just standard sea salt, you only need a little bit of that. Black pepper, ground black pepper, and if you want to make it like spicy, or you want to make it like the Zinger version, you want to use this. You want to use sriracha for that. It's just brilliant. I just think it's really nice, and it does zing it up a lot. Now, people are already thinking, I know out there, saying, well, how do you make it like KFC chicken? How do you get that crunchy texture on the end of it? Secret ingredient. You probably won't believe it. Cornflakes. That's all it is. Honest to God. But for that, honest to God, it works amazing. And honest to God, you won't believe it till you see it. Or if you're out there and you're going to try it until you try it. So let's get on with how you make it. And on with it. The first thing, obviously, I'm going to put the chicken in a bowl. Because it's going to make it nice and easy to mix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to season it. I'm going to just put some sea salt in there. I'm going to crack some cracked black pepper in there. Right, again, there's no real right way or wrong way to do this. Again, it's down to preference. For me, I like seasoning it up a little bit. Again, if you're on a cut or on a diet or whatever, I just take out the salt. Because again, it can affect it in other ways. So I'm just going to literally just take a bit of that sea salt in there. I'm going to just sprinkle that all in there. And then I'm just going to, I've got only 2 hands and one of them's holding the camera. I'm going to spin this around. So I end up seasoning it. Come back in a sec. Had to put the camera down because I've only got 2 hands. I've seasoned all my stuff. Seasoned all my chicken, okay? Right, it's just a case of just mixing that all in. Just literally spinning it around so it's all evenly coated, okay? So that's all I'm doing. I'm literally just putting all that salt and pepper in there. I use sea salt, if you're wondering, because it's a bit healthier. Table salt's just terrible. I would never recommend that. But so, near enough done. That's that part over. You're going to go with the sriracha, or you're going to go with some sort of spice. Another one I'd say, by the way, before I go on with this, is hot paprika as well. Is you're going to put it in at this stage, alright? So I'm going to put quite a bit in. Right, looks a bit mad, but again, exactly the same thing. You're just gonna mix it all in, and then you'll end up with something that looks like. So, if you want to make a zinger, put this in. If you don't want to, just don't put it in. It's clearly that simple. So, when that's done, put all this aside. Just put your chicken to the side for a minute. We're gonna literally just take the eggs, and all we're gonna do is we're just gonna whisk them so it creates literally a bit of a base. Now, as I said before, it's only 3 eggs. Nice and simple. Nothing else in there needed. That's just going to provide a bit of a kind of a lubricant for it to stick to really when we put the cornflakes on. So that's done. Once that's done, you want to take your flour. Now you can see I put a tiny bit of pepper in there. Again, it's all down to personal taste. I like it with a little bit more in. Again, some people might not like that. It's up to you. You're going to be doing a lot of these if you've cut them up like nuggets. So I like spreading it quite evenly. Well, that's your third one. And lastly, we come to the cornflakes. So all we got to do with this is you can't have them on their own just like this. The easiest way to probably do it is you've got to break it down with something like, I don't know, one of these, like a rolling pin. You can literally just, you can literally smash it in, or again you can use your hands, or whatever way you want to do it. This, you literally have something that looks a bit like that. So you can see it's gone a lot more fine. Again, it's up to you how fine you want it. You can have it so it's near enough like dust. You can put these in a food processor, really blend them up to death. But for me, to be honest, I like a little bit of crunch. So for me, I like having them maybe just a little bit bigger than what people would say. So after this, you've basically got everything ready to go now. So the next thing to do is get yourself an old baking tray. Make sure you put a tin foil down, because that is where you're going to put your chicken at the end of it. You're not going to put on anything else. So we start with that process now. So looking down the line, we've got the chicken there, then we've got the flour, then we've got the egg, then we've got the cornflakes, and then you're going to put it all on here. So I recommend putting a line, because you know exactly where you're up to as you're going along. So all it's a case of is get yourself a piece of chicken, and what you're going to do is you're just going to put it in the flour, and you're literally only going to just about cover it. So you're going to literally shake some of it off, some of the excess off, and then we're going to dip it in the egg wash. All this again is to make sure that it bakes properly, but also that the cornflakes, when you put it in, will stick. So like me now, I'm going to just put it in, make sure it's covered. So bloody hell, you can't see that. Right, so you've got nice and covered, and then you're going to just put it on here. Okay, don't worry about it if it's a little bit messy at the moment, because once you've got them all on, you might have to use some extra cornflakes, and you're just going to dust them up so they all look perfect. Just finished the last part of it now, so I've got all my chicken there. Now as you can probably see, there's some little parts missing. You can see not really covered totally, and that's not bad. All you got to do is just get yourself a little bit more, just crunch it a little bit more, and all you're going to do is you're just going to literally just shake it over the top on each part. Got myself a little bit of a big handful, to be honest, but it doesn't really matter, because what you're going to do is now is once you put that in, you're just going to like cover them around, so you're kind of sticking the last pieces really to it. So you just like a little bit left in there, just grab a few pieces and put it in, and you're just going to go around for each one of them, because you just want it to be like authentic as possible. See, that's not like totally full. What I'll do is just take a little bit there and just put it in, so you've got a little bit on there, and you just do it for each one. You're acting like a bit of a quality control on the way, just to finish these off for yourself, and then we're nearly ready to whack them in the oven. You can see there, I'm totally finished with that. We're going to do the temperature on the oven. So again, as usual, the old 180 rule applies. Just get your chicken, open it out, watch, obviously if it's not too hot on you, and you're just going to put that in, dead easy. Leave it in there probably for about 20 minutes. I'd advise on this as well, when you're cooking it through, just make sure you have like a little test piece, maybe a thick piece, that when you cut through it, as soon as you see white of the chicken, it's done, and it's really that easy. It's been about 20 odd minutes. I'm just going to just check on these. You can see they look pretty done. I'm not being funny, they smell incredible. Right, so with my tea towel, I'm going to just pull these out and put them on here like this. So all we're going to do is we're going to check them. So for me, I know they're roughly done, but just to make sure, right, I'm going to take a thick piece here, as you can see, right, and I've just cut through it already. Right, if you have a look in there, it's really hard to see, but you can just about see it's white all the way through. So, we're basically ready to go, ready to plate. What we're going to do is we're going to literally just take these off. Nice and easy. Put them on whatever plate you're going to put them onto. And you're just going to take a few off. It might be a little bit stuck when you put them down. And that's fine, to be honest. And that's just basically because they've had a bit of coating on the bottom. The egg makes it stick a little bit. But that's not a bad sign. Just being careful with all of these. So, pulling these off. Putting the next one on. And that's basically, yeah. So, as you can see there, I've got my baked chicken nugget. I've got some sweet potato that I've done prior to this. It was done in the same fashion I did in my very first video. So again, putting it in the oven, putting a little bit of spray on, maybe putting a little bit of seasoning on. It's got some fajita seasoning, and also as well, cannot forget the greens. So basically, voila, that's it. That's it basically. It's dead easy, dead simple, dead effective. Tastes so nice. I literally would bet anyone if they put this in front of the kids, they wouldn't know the difference. It is that damn good. Just want to say thanks to you who are watching at the moment. I'd like to thank everybody who's watched my video from last week as well. And again, tune in for next week because I'm going to be doing some healthy cakes as well. Some interesting takes on some classic favourites. So for me, the Food Fighter, I just want to say keep on cooking and I'll see you next week.